Hi, welcome. My name is Angelina and today we are going to be discussing the future of K-pop, as well as my very audacious hopes and dreams as for what's to come in the year 2021. Should I have uploaded this last month? Probably. But was January also objectively boring as hell? Yes, so I'm sure you will not mind my tardiness. But yes, in today's video, I will be telling you my predictions for 2021, and then I'm gonna add in my own hopes to this as well. But before we get into this video, don't forget to like, comment, and share it with friends you don't have. You can also consider subscribing and clicking that bell to be notified every single time I upload a new video. You wouldn't want to miss gems like this. And yes, I did have to cut it short because I know Cube will be on my ass. Cube is the type of company to copyright claim something like a year after you uploaded it. I see those emails. Nevertheless, I hope you enjoy. Kevin ×5 and Meisha in the corner. Okay, so let us start with YG Entertainment, most notably solo predictions. What's really funny is that I'm really stressed about this video because I want it to come out before any teasers come out. Because if a teaser comes out, then I have to go back and edit the shit because it might change what I feel. Almost over a year ago, when I made my first Rosé prediction video. Oh, I'm sorry, I meant Rosé. But it's been over a year. But I digress. So I do want to make haste with this video to make sure it gets out before any teasers. That being said, I'm not really sure any teasers are actually gonna come out, you know, really soon. The thing is, the only certainty in life that we have is the fact that Blinks are indeed clowns. And I can say that because I've been a Blink since pre-debut, so if you became a Blink during Kill This Love era, I literally don't want to hear it. I don't know what gave you the confidence to make you think you had anything to say to me. Now, if there's one thing that came true from my first prediction video, it's definitely the fact that there will be a sponsorship with a brand, a French brand specifically. Back then she wasn't an ambassador for Yves Saint Laurent, and now she is. So with 100% certainty, I definitely think there's going to be some YSL ad placements within the music video. It just makes sense. And I'm predicting that it's not going to be subtle either. Like, you're going to be able to tell that it's YSL. The logo is going to be spelled out perfectly for us. As for the music video itself, I really don't remember what else I said in my first video, but this is just my renewed predictions. So I feel as though there's going to be a certain level of angst. So I think it might play off of some of the scenes that we saw in Lovesick Girls, you know, with the guitar, with the love interest. I definitely think it's going to play off of that. But I also think it's going to be contrasted by more elegant looks within the music video. So maybe, you know, it's like present day Rosie and she's dressed head to toe in Yves Saint Laurent and it's really elegant, high heels, all of that stuff. But then maybe there's flashbacks to her past with a past lover and it's more grungy and it's more angsty. As for the song itself, I feel like a lot of people kind of expect her to kind of just sit there with her guitar and that would be it. I think maybe within an album for a B-side track, maybe she could promote a B-side track that is more along those lines. But I personally feel like YG would want something that definitely shows off her authentic self, shows off that side of her that's more raw, more acoustic, while still wanting to maintain a more pop sound, a sound that would be more easily digestible. So I definitely think they would play it safe for the title track. I don't think it would sound like How You Like That or Do in that sense where it's very easily digestible. But again, I think definitely a bit more in line with something like Lovesick Girls. So that kind of sound mixed a little bit with Stay, mixed a little bit with Somi's What You Waiting For. Slight little tropical sound, kind of a bit mellow, but enough of a poppy sound to have a choreography to it, but not enough emphasis on the choreography where her vocals are completely neglected. However, I also feel as though there will be a little bit of a rap. She's going to throw us a bit of a curveball. It's not going to be a ballad, right? But it's going to be a beautiful mix of things. And within that, there's going to be a little bit of a rap. People are going to be really surprised. As for my hopes for her solo, you know, when I see that she covers songs, she obviously does like very softer versions of those songs. And it's really beautiful. So You and I by Boom or Eyes, Nose, Lips by Taeyang. So though I think YG would want a little bit more of a pop sound that could accommodate a choreography, I would personally just love a song where she could just stand and sing. I would love a perfect mix of those two songs. Something really bittersweet like You and I and Eyes, Nose, Lips all mixed together. Like in Kill This Love, there was a beautiful sunset scene, but then it turned to a very blue tinted, more sinister looking scene. So like a perfect mix of that, if that makes sense, for the sound of the song. And for the music video itself, I would love something like Boom's Don't Cry, where it's kind of in a different parallel universe. It's majestic, it's a little bit somber. Again, that perfect mixture of happy and bittersweet mixed together. As for Rosé Solo, I think the more kind of expected thing to do would be kind of like a hip hop song, something very like heavily rap based, but I do feel like she wouldn't exclusively do a rap song. I do think she would try to show off some level of vocals, so perhaps something along the lines of Ring-a-Ling-a by Taeyang, but the overall style of that song could be really cool to see. However, I personally would love if she did something a little bit more somber. So we would still have the rapping, it would still be quite badass, but it's more somber, more on the sultry side, because we've seen both sides through her dance covers, right? So if we think like something like Ring-a-Ling-a mixed with Sister 19's Gone No Longer There. So it's dark and sultry, but it also has those levels of intrigue and fun. Now let's move on to Ateez. So this is a year, of course, where Ateez, we already know they're doing a lot, but I feel like they're gonna push it to a point where it's just like it's just a lot. I just think Ateez are making like huge strides, and I can imagine there's a lot of pressure to keep up that momentum. So despite the fact that some members of Ateez are in a drama and they're going on Kingdom and all that stuff, I still think they're going to release 3 songs like they did last year. So whether it's 3 title tracks or 2 title tracks and a B-side, something along those lines. I don't know if this falls into predictions or hopes. I'm kind of picturing something like their Ring cover that they did on the award show, where the choreography is like really that focal point, very energetic. I feel like they're gonna bring something forward like that. Something where the choreography is like that cover, but also mixed with Win. Has a little bit of the colorfulness that Thanks had, but not too colorful. It's still gonna maintain that darkness. And sound-wise, I feel like it could have the same type of intensity as Wonderland. So maybe actually it could be along the lines of BAP's Warrior, where it sounds really intense and literally just throw themselves on the ground for the choreography. But I also picture that one of their comebacks could be very reminiscent of a Big Bang song. So something along the lines of Fantastic Baby, where we have really interesting, long, colorful hair, and where it's not necessarily choreography that takes the center stage, but the song itself would just be so fun. So again, rather than having the choreography or performance really being what people are attracted to, it would just be a really fun song with a fairly simple killing point within the chorus of the choreography that seems effortless but is a little bit difficult. So if you can picture something like Beast's Fiction, it's very simple, looks super cool, or just something that seems so effortless rather than energetic, which I feel is what they're really known for. As for Twice, I think it's a bit hard to predict. I think they keep on going in a darker and darker direction. So I don't think they really have any intentions to release cute songs like they used to. You know, we saw a song like Cry For Me. I think it's going to be along those lines. But I don't think it's going to reach the same level as I Can't Stop Me. I feel like I Can't Stop Me, they set the bar really high for that song. So I think maybe the next song or maybe 2 songs is going to be like amazing, but it won't quite reach that level. I do also think on that note that the retro theme will definitely die down quite a bit. I personally loved it, but a lot of people are already super annoyed with it. So for at least 70s and 80s themes, I think that will die down. But if we do see any type of retro theme, I think it would at least be early 2000s. I feel, and I would actually prefer to see more early 2000s inspired, you know, comebacks, looks, styling, all of that jazz, because I think it's really underrated. And I feel like we've already started seeing some comebacks that are quite in that realm, kind of like Lovesick Girls by Blackpink. I felt it was quite early 2000s. Momoland, Ready or Not. Leave down in the comments below if you can think of any other examples, but I think that's where we're going if retro themes are going to be done. So for Twice, if they're going in a darker direction every time, I feel like it would be cool to see slight punk vibes. So maybe picture Evanescence, Call Me When You're Sober, Red Riding Hood type thing that ties into Cry For Me. As for what I would love Twice to do, I mean, obviously, I love cute Twice. Their cute songs really make my day. They make me feel light and fluffy inside, so I would die for a cute comeback. Though honestly, it's probably very unlikely, but just even just like a B-side that's even slightly promoted, like one stage, maybe a music video, like I'm not asking for much. Something like Need You's Make You Happy, like that would just be amazing. I would just love to see that once again. But otherwise, I'm actually really content with the direction that Twice is going anyways, so it's not like the biggest deal. But let me know in the comments down below your thoughts on all of that. Now, let's move on to some more general predictions. So I already expressed that I think the retro theme will die down significantly when it comes to 70s and 80s themes, but maybe we'll see a lot more early 2000s types vibe. But I did want to take a minute to talk about live vocals. So do I think live vocals will be making a comeback? No, I don't think so. So I think second gen was known for live vocals, obviously. Third gen was known for dancing, and I think going into fourth gen, they're not necessarily going to make a full circle back to live vocals. It doesn't really make the most sense. I do think they'll make a slight effort sometimes to integrate live vocals into what they're already doing, but I don't think it's going to be much of a priority. So I think fourth gen is going to be more dance-based, but I have no doubt that certain groups are going to come in and really be very consistent with live singing. You know, I have very high expectations for groups like ITZY. Like, I feel like from now on, they're going to give us amazing live vocals, so hopefully that stays true. Now, I know we're all dying for a 21 comeback, but I'm just really not convinced that it's going to happen. Maybe this is an unpopular opinion, but I feel like 21's memory in my head lives perfectly. It's bittersweet, but it lives perfectly there. You know, in the future, I wouldn't put it past them to maybe do a cover of their song, very reminiscent of I Don't Care Tired version, just something lighthearted, something super fun, something that would really pull at our heartstrings. That being said, I'm also really excited for their solo stuff. I predict that someone's going to reveal that they're married with children. Not gonna say who, but I have my suspicions. And lastly, I wanted to talk about groups that are on my radar. So there are, of course, a lot of groups that I kind of casually stan, and I keep up with what they do and all of that jazz. But the two groups, other than Twice and ITZY, that have really been on my radar recently are Stray Kids and The Boys. So for Stray Kids, I feel like they have the whole package except for the fact that I haven't really found a ton of songs that I vibe with. So I love their performances, I love the live vocals. I've been watching some of their videos, so I love their personalities. I think they're really funny. But so far there's only really one song that I love from them, so I'm really searching for, more songs that I can really vibe with. So if you have any suggestions, please leave it down below. And similarly for The Boys, I only know one song from them, but I do enjoy their choreographies, I do enjoy their performances, so they're kind of on my radar too in that sense, that I'm excited to see what they come out with next. So yeah, Stray Kids and The Boys are definitely on my radar for this coming year. Groups that I maybe want to pay a little bit extra attention to and see if I end up really vibing with them. But I'd love to know in the comments down below which groups have been catching your attention that you aren't standing right now, but you might consider looking into them in the future. What groups have really impressed you last year and you're excited to see what they come out with this year. So that is basically it for my predictions, but I did ask you guys on my community tab what your predictions were, so let's take a look at a few of them. ITZY and Stray Kids are gonna have huge years, and maybe even Luna. They've been gaining popularity and it's only a matter of time. I definitely have a lot of faith in orbits, like an astronomical amount of faith in orbits for that to happen. I feel like a member of a popular group might leave. Ooh. Which group though? So that is basically it for this video. Thank you so much if you made it all the way to the end. If you did, my watch time thanks you. Don't forget to leave in the comments down below what your predictions are for 2021. As for me, I'm gonna get going, but don't forget to like, comment, and share this video with friends you don't have. You can also consider joining my channel members by clicking the join button next to the subscribe button. You can get a cute Kevin emoji next to your name. You can get content earlier, among other things, depending on which level you're at. These are the lovely individuals who help support me every single month. It means the world to me. Thank you for everything that you do. But I'm gonna go now, so I'll see you guys next time.